Hey guys, so I'm back with another Pokemon Center update. So Pokemon Center stock bot is still down, but I can still base some expectations based on the data that is available, which is basically I can look on Pokemon Center and see what is actually selling out and what's not, and also base it on the estimated stock numbers I had in the past from January 29th and before that. So it looks like almost honestly uh, everything with like packs of Pokemon on the US site is kind of out. Like I actually had to highlight the items that were not out of stock in orange, and I may have made a mistake here or there. Like who knows? But there's only so many. There's Astral Radiance over here, and then there's Temporal Forces. There's these two tins. There's some collection boxes. There's this Clara Premium Collection, and then there's some more expensive collection boxes, trainer toolkits, and then more expensive stuff later on. But that's only like what, like 10 items, more or less. It's crazy. The useful thing about this list I had in the past was that I was sorting by price per pack, and so it gives you a sense like I can tell you basically what I expect to buy, and also I have some estimate information on the rates. So a couple of things on the rates. So I did a past video, I think let's say 2 weeks ago, I don't really remember exactly when, but I was basically trying to say, okay, can I like basically what I would do is that like okay, so 20 to 29, there's a difference of 776. So if I just divide this like total by the difference, I can get like expected number of days. And then I can be like, okay, so if I add that number of days to current day, I can get this expected date. And I did some, okay, what if it sells double the rate, like twice as fast? Because some of these things are selling faster, then it would accelerate to like this earlier date. And if it sells twice as slow, it would be delayed over here. What I'm seeing for a lot of these items that did actually sell out already, the rates have been kind of either in line or faster. So I know like Battle Styles mini portfolios, those were like on expected to sell in end of March, but if the rate did double, it would sell it in like pretty much tomorrow, and they're already sold out. So I don't know the exact day they sold out, but like they sold faster than double the rate they were at before. Um, Brilliant Stars is completely sold out, and at least for the main Brilliant Stars items, and yeah, that was expected to sell on early March, and I was like, okay, if it's twice that rate, it was sell on February 15th, so it was probably between like the expected rate to about double the rates. So yeah, Brilliant Stars was selling pretty fast. Astral Radiance mini portfolios, like they were expected to sell out like mid March, and the even if they doubled, they would have gone to like February 21st. So they probably doubled. So you're seeing like a lot of these things. Like I know based on the data that like these are like twice the rates. Like they're much faster than expected. A lot of them are expected for March, and I was like, okay, let's say it doubles. So a lot of them are around like the doubling range. Paradox Rifts, they were even with the doubling range. These three hack blisters are expected to sell in March. They're already sold out, so it's faster than double. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of. Um, I could go through the rest of the list, but yeah, you're seeing just that pretty consistent. Like a lot of these things, the earliest time that they were expected to sell after the break doubled was around February, and it's already end of February, so they've already sold out. Okay, and since there's only like 10 items left, it's pretty easy just to go through each of them and be like, hey, you should buy these or not. So, Astral Radiance. So, unfortunately for items like these, part of the reason they're still not sold out is because um, no one really knows the exact numbers. Um, Pretty much the API that I was using before, if the item quantity was above 15,000, it will return this generic 20,000 plus. I know that's confusing, it's weird, but that's not misspeak. This 20,000 plus means actually 15,000 based on experience. So there's probably some more of these, but honestly, this is probably one of the best buys on the market because it's like a straight. It's only $5 a pack, which is kind of the cheapest you can get per pack, and it's like a Sword and Shield set. They're probably not gonna reprint it, stuff like that. And you just see what happens. Like Brilliant Stars is sold out. Brilliant Stars is a better set, I think, but yeah, Brilliant Stars is already up to like $7 a pack. So it's $7 a pack. You could have gotten it for easily $5. Like literally, just go Poké Center and buy it. There's no line or anything. You could have bought it for a ton of time, even due to this bull market, and it would have been $5 a pack. It's already $7 a pack. Same thing will happen to Astral Radiance once it sells out. I just don't know the exact quantities of it, so I don't know exactly when. But if there's only 10 things that have packs, like the other things like decks or whatever, which people don't really care about as much, then yeah, people are going to buy this out like crazy. Um, this Morpeko V Union box. This is a little more expensive. I just have this because it's like directly Sword and Shield. But I think it has like Fusion Strike in it possibly. But I don't. This is just based on the pictures. Sometimes they do vary what's in them. But yeah, this is like a little more expensive price per pack. But yeah, this was also 20,000. Um, like 15, technically 15,000 items. I don't know exactly when this is expected to sell out, but yeah, I expect this as Fusion Strike, possibly, or Sword and Shield in general. It probably is like up there, and you can get a sense because you can just look. A lot of these match like what's in the top seller list. So let's see, like Astral Rates over here, and Pico Box over here, and then Temporal Forces. It's a very obvious buy, um, because the next orange is. Oh, did I not? Oh, I guess I didn't highlight that. It should be highlighted orange. So the next one is Temporal Forces booster boxes. So okay, I have a separate note on this. So for I was tracking, I have a lot of booster box data for past booster box sell rates. Um, and then at some point, Stellar Crown and Temporal Forces were the only booster boxes left, and Stellar Crown was selling at about because at that point it was about 120 a day, and it was getting close to 200. But since I know it sold out on the February 19th. I could take those days. So between 11 days, I couldn't track data. That's 11 days. If I just divide this quantity about 5,000 by 11 days, I mean, Stellar Crown was selling for about almost 500 bucks a day, which is way higher than its previous rate. So I expect if I take that same number, if I say Temporal Forces was 15,000, it's technically probably more than that. But if I just like divide 15,000 by that number, I get about 30 days. And that's 30 days from January 29th. So honestly, do not be surprised if Temporal Forces sells out soon. Because there's also extra pressure. Like booster boxes are going up. Like the cheapest booster box available in the market in general is like $180. Um, Temporal Forces isn't considered like the worst set at all or anything like that. Like it's not like, oh, should I buy SC base because the set cards aren't that good. Like no one feels that about Temporal. It's at minimum a mid tier set. Um, and so yeah, I know a lot of people are definitely buying this up. So yeah, the rates like there's just no resistance. There's nothing else to buy in Pokemon Center. So like people are gonna spend a lot of money on this. Do not sleep on this. This is probably gonna sell soon. I don't have that like guaranteed estimate because I don't know the actual rate and I don't know the starting quantity from the 29th. But these are just rough estimates. Stellar Crown sold at that rate, and it should have been at least 15,000. Even if it was like 20,000, like that rate would be 42 days. From the 29th, that would be like mid March. I would guess Temporal Forces because it's gonna sell out by mid March. That is my estimate, and we'll see if I'm right or not. This is like late February, and this is mid March. This is kind of my range of when I think it'll sell out, based on just the data. Okay, so let's just keep going on the selling list because like I also so Clara premium boxes. So um these are all the way down here, and they are a little more expensive price per pack, but not too bad at 571. Because you don't get that many $5 packs nowadays. So like all the $5 packs have been bought out, except for Astral Radiance. So that's also why Astral Radiance is just a steal. Um, but the Cyrus Premium Collection, which is pretty much the same thing as far as packs go, has a bunch of Sword and Shield packs. I think that something like one Fusion, one Brilliant, two Astral, three Silver, something like that. Um, Cyrus was expected to sell out at double rate at like tomorrow. It's already sold out. And then Clara was expected to sell out. It was a little slower at like early April. But honestly, like since Sword and Shield is so hot, this is like one of the last ways to get Brilliant Stars on Fusion Strike. Like it's probably gonna sell way sooner. I'm expecting these days to be way accelerated than what I put here. So I expect Clara to uh, it like the rate just because there's a competing item. There's Cyrus was competing with Clara, and Cyrus was getting more sales. All the sales that were and Cyrus are probably going to transfer to Clara, and the rates are going to increase a lot. So don't sleep on the Clara sets. That's probably going to sell very, very soon. Yeah, the Cyrus is right here. Um, yeah, there is this Snorlax thing. It's not really that big of a deal. It's like a Battle Styles and a Darkness Ablaze. That was, yeah, let's expect to sell mid February. Okay, so what else? I keep going to this tab. Astral Radiance I already mentioned. A buy, like just to give you a sense of what's sold out. So like Paradox was just sold out, Scarlet Vibe Base sold out, Temporal Forces except for Boost Box sold out, Shroud Fable sold out. That was really crazy because there were so many days when Shroud Fable was not moving at all. Like booster bundles were listed at 15,000 plus, and then these mini tins, like there weren't like a ton of them, like 2,000s, like a lot, but also not a lot. There were days like I just like 3 days passed and nothing would happen, and they're all just bought out. Like Shroud Fable just had this like massive like attention to it. Um, Stellar Crown, I already talked about that. Um, these knockout boxes will sold out. All the collector chests have sold out. 2-pack things have sold out. Pokeball, any sort of Pokeball, Great Ball, Moon Ball thing is sold out. Tins have sold out, like these Vibrant Paldea tins, Metal Stacking tins, collector chests, and like yeah, these things weren't in like extreme quantities. Like you see the quantities here, but like they weren't really selling that well. Like if you look at just relative rates, it's like no one's really buying them that hard. But since like people like it's more just a price per pack thing. Like people are like, hey, they're cheap, and some of these packs have gone quite expensive. Like Obsidian's got more popular. Like oh, Obsidian, there's Paldea, there's Twilight. These packs got more expensive, so it's worth it to buy these things. And then for 540 per pack, all these Paldea partner tins, legend tins, Destiny tins, whatever, they got sold out. Except for I still see a little bit of this Paldea partners Quilava and Iron Leaves. Um, like I think I have it somewhere here. Yeah, I think it's these two. This Paradox Slash tin and this Paradox Partners tin. Is this supposed Partners tin supposedly has Astral Silver, SV base, 2 Obsidian, and then Iron Leaf supposedly has 2 Obsidian, 2 Twilight, and 1 Temporal. That's actually a much better buy. I would probably get that because those are better packs. Possibly depending on like if you want the Retro Sword and Shield versus the newer good SV sets. But yeah, I expect those to sell soon. There weren't like a lot of them. There were like 900 something and like 1,000 on 26. So yeah, these were the numbers. Um, Combined powers, I don't really know packs in these, but yeah, I don't really know the rates on these, but these are still available. I think these are still available. I didn't highlight that. Combined. Yeah, that's still available, so I forgot to highlight that. Um, but yeah, that's also a kind of cheap price per pack. So I think people will be targeting that as well. But let's just yeah, a lot of these tins. Yeah, combined powers right there. Tropicus, things that people that's something that people didn't really like. It's also quite expensive price per pack. It is 667 a pack, so it's not as popular. So yeah, I think people are more likely to go after just the cheaper things. So just to go back a little bit, so Astral Radiance, it's gonna be a buy. Morpico's a little expensive. Temporal Force is definitely a buy. Um, these Paldea Partners tins are pretty good price per pack, especially this Flash tin, and I expect them to sell it soon. Combined powers, I don't know the packs, but 540 a pack's fine. There are these smaller boxes, which Grafai, 2 Temporal, 1 Paradox, 1 Sea base. This is pretty good. Palafin has 1 Obsidian, 2 Twilight, 1 Temporal, 1 Silver, 1 Sea, 2 Paradox. That's okay. Yeah, I would probably get the Palafin box out of all these. Clara is really good. Sword and Shield, pretty good packs. Just marginally more expensive. So actually, Clara is like a lot better of a buy. Um, his armor root, then you get like $1 more per pack basically. So these are going to be like less bought. These Terapagos and armor root. Traders Toolkit, they have some old retro packs, but they're more expensive. Paldea Adventure Chest is even more expensive, 833, and the Classic Collection has no packs. But yeah, hopefully this gives you an idea what to buy in Pokemon Center and what's the current landscape. Like it's very shocking. It's only been 1 month, and like a lot of this list has just got completely obliterated as far as like what has sold out. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks, guys. Bye.